Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are, Truman style. Just want to say hello. So I'm Tim, your host, and this is your other host, Sam.
You alright, guys?
Now you're doing it.
I literally took the mickey out of Tim last time for asking, "How are you guys?" And I've just done it myself.
It's so hard to. It's so hard not to do that, isn't it? It's so hard not to say.
It is hard. Well,
how you doing?
what's really funny, right, is we
hope you
literally we did an introduction just before like this one, and Tim said that, and we said, "No, we've got to start again because you can't do that again." And now I've just gone and done it. We're just going to keep it in this time, though. We're just going to keep it in. It's fine.
I can't be bothered doing another one.
No.
But yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay when you're listening to this. Yeah. What do we want to talk about? I forgot what we wanted to talk about, to be honest.
I can't remember either. Oh yeah, the wild success of our podcast.
The wild success of our
Beyond our wildest dreams.
Genuinely was, though, not gonna lie.
Right. Didn't I say to you, yeah? Oh dude, it only sort of this, like we use this website and it tells us our statistics and stuff. It doesn't tell us the views, but it tells us how many people downloaded it or how many downloads it's had. And I said to Tim, I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we got like 2 downloads? And then Tim was like, "Yeah, but we don't want to like depress ourselves if we get 0 downloads. We don't want to depress ourselves in any way, and have a bad sort of reaction to it."
I was,
and we ended up getting so pessimistic.
I was super pessimistic. I was saying, "Oh yeah, we're not going to get any views for like the first like the first one straight. We're not going to get anything." And you were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to get 10 in the first week."
I thought that was views though, but it doesn't count views. Like I say, it only counts downloads, right? So remember, guys, this is downloads. Tim, would you like to see how many downloads we had?
Drum roll, please. Wait for it. 5.
5, boy. We had 5 downloads. No, 5 downloads.
5 downloads. We don't know how many streams. I doubt there was many streams. I don't think there was many sites.
How do you know, man? Because you know what a stream counts as with most of these places? Listening to more than 5 seconds. Okay. That's it.
But we haven't actually tracked that yet, have we? On the different
I think sites? We can, but I don't know how to do it yet.
Okay.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, Sam's a designated tech man. He's doing all of the uploading and the tech stuff, and it's pretty cool. You're doing a good job. I think you're doing a really good job, man. For our first ever episode, you did okay. So, round of applause.
Right, Tim. Thank you. I'm blushing. Right, Tim does all like the cool artwork and stuff, though. This guy's like awesome. Yeah, he did the last episode's artwork. The voices down the washing machine. Yeah. I
was pretty proud of that. I have a little.
That was pretty good, actually.
I still have a little sketch of it on a little piece of paper here on my desk, so I like it.
It's funny because we're on a Zoom right now, right? And he showed that to the camera, like so only I can see it. You guys can't see it, but
I'll rustle it so you can get the feel that there is paper here.
There you go. Let me actually see the original.
I sent you a picture.
Ooh, man, that's almost spitting image to the one you actually put on.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's really good, that. Yeah.
Thank you.
And whenever we make sort of like art for an episode, well, we've only done one episode, I give like criticism of what would look better. Like, for example,
he's very much a critique.
I'm a very
you're very particular. Sure. It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing.
I was going to say,
I'm not complaining. It's a good thing.
I was going to say, you better watch your mouth, mate.
Oh, I was complimenting you on your criticism, and then you criticized. You criticized my compliment.
I was going to say, you better watch your mouth, but because you actually backed it up, I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Anyway, nice right. Person. So the washing machine, it was just plain before. I said, you know what? It'd look good if there's like a red button on there and like a green button.
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit of color, and it made it look like 10 times better, didn't it, Tim?
It's so much better. But I think we will start doing that, putting a little dash of color in. It does make it nice. It's like a bit of a stylized effect.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah,
I
like it.
In order to upload these podcasts as well, you need to have your own unique artwork, it says. Otherwise, they won't accept it. So, yes, that's one more thing as well. Well, there you go. We are now swimming in our own cash, falling over bundles of money.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Just like
because we've got a sponsor. No, we don't. We really don't.
No. Don't get the hopes up for an advert when we've really not got anything.
Well, I was gonna say, right, that would have been a really good way to introduce a sponsor, wouldn't it?
That would have been a really good segue, yeah.
It really would have been a good segue.
But this is just a place for us to chill, place for us to talk, just relax at the minute, not getting too commercial about it. But hopefully one day we'll get a bit commercial.
It won't be too bad actually. I think I'd really like it.
Be a great job. But be a great actual job to do, wouldn't it?
People would expect us to end up showing our faces, but I don't want to ever show my face. Sorry, guys.
It's because he's massively deformed. It's quite hideous to look at, to be honest. I actually want him to turn his camera off right now. Quasimodo. Worse than that.
In other words, what he's saying is I'm fat. Did you make a fat joke, Tim?
You're not fat.
You're just, I know. I'm actually like a beanpole.
You actually are a beanpole.
It's like the total opposite.
You're the least fat person I know.
Is that a compliment or a flipping insult?
I honestly don't. I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
So.
I had a haircut the other day.
That's great.
I had a haircut. Can you tell?
No,
I'm asking Tim, by the way.
I can't actually tell that.
Yeah, right. It looks rubbish right now because I literally today got out of the shower and had to rush downstairs and help my stepdad with something. We were picking up a sofa from someone's house because Charlie bought it online. And he says, "We're here for you, Sam." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I kind of quickly turned off the shower. I didn't tidy it up. Usually, like, I wipe down all of the surfaces and stuff.
Ew, you minga.
I know, right? And so I got on my clothes dead quick and everything. And I just brushed my hair back like that. So that's why it looks bad. Tim.
I honestly didn't notice. It looks the same as usual, Sam. So.
Oh, you're full of insults this afternoon.
You're in the dark. You're kind of in the dark, so I can't.
I'm not. Right, for you listening, I'm really not in the dark.
I mean, I could tell them anything about you, and they would believe it. So.
Yeah. Right. Let me describe Tim to you. Okay. He is a handsome, tall, charismatic. Well, you already see that on the podcast. Charismatic, cool dude. That's what Tim is.
Literally everything he just said is completely and utterly false. Don't believe him. But anyway, don't just sit there staring at me. That's weird.
Dude, you know it's true. No, anyway, we won't go into compliments about how awesome and mint you are because that'd be weird.
It would be a bit weird.
Yeah.
But how's your hairdresser going? Because there's not that many good hairdressers nowadays. Like how?
Well, I went to this one. I can't say the name of it, can I? Because I don't know how copyright and stuff works. But anyway, it's not copyright, but you know what I'm saying.
Sponsor. Get them to be our sponsor.
Yeah. So it's not a barber's. It was actually a hairdresser's. You know, it's like a girly one.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah.
Did you get hair washed as well and permed and stuff?
I really wish, because that would feel so nice. That'd be mint, you know, like massaging in your hair and stuff.
You know, we genuinely keep talking about wanting to go to a spa.
And we never do.
As two young men wanting to go to a spa, like full on massage and everything. Oh man,
we never do it. Well, it's not that we can't, yeah, because of COVID, isn't it? But we were saying we wanted to do it before COVID, but then you were too young, weren't you?
Yeah.
You have to be 18 for most of these places.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually was going to book one because there was like this, we could actually meet up and do one, but a lot of the things were shut. Like you couldn't actually have a face massage or you couldn't have a back massage because of COVID. So we thought it wasn't worth it.
Like what's the point? And then you have your steam room, your sauna shut, pools shut. It's like, what do you literally do there? Just sit around and do
nothing.
Massage yourself in a random hotel somewhere.
That would be weird.
Oh man.
So
anyway, how's your hairdressing? Sorry.
It was all right actually, because you know, like barbers, what they do is they kind of, well, I don't know if they do it the same way as you, but they kind of like scissor cut it, and then they put clippers on the sides. Yeah, they scissor cut it and blend it to the top.
Yeah.
But with this one, they scissor cut all of it.
Wow.
So they did the side scissor cut, they did the top scissor cut, so that perfectly blend it, basically.
So none of it is using an electric razor.
None of it. The only bit,
even like the trimming, like the sides,
I was just
like
going to
around your
say,
ears and stuff.
I was just going to say the only bit is when they kind of get the edge of my hair like that.
Right. Okay.
And very slightly around my ears, they kind of leave that. I think it's all right, but yeah, for like the bottom of my neck, they kind of just shaved it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
With the clippers.
Nice one.
Yeah, oh, man. Yeah. So how have you been getting your hair cut in lockdown?
Well, we had a local. I live in a little village, and so we had a local hairdressers when I was growing up, and I used to go to that one since I was like 6. Before that, we went to one in the next village on, but when I was like 6, I could just walk around to the hairdressers, get that done. And so the person that's been cutting my hair since then has always been the same, but the hairdressers, like, it closed down quite a few years ago, and so now she does mobile hairdressing. And so she comes, just sets up in our kitchen, just sit down. It's actually the easiest thing ever. Never have to queue to get your hair cut or anything like that. It's great.
And
yeah,
I hear it's better for the person as well, because they don't have to obviously rent out the store. They don't have to hire people. It's better for them anyway to go to people's houses.
I think it's better paid than a bog standard haircut for them. I mean, like we have to pay a little bit extra because they're obviously traveling and everything.
Yeah.
But it's really, I think it's worth it, to be honest. It's really, really good.
Well, it stops you from going out, wasting your fuel, like you say, queuing, wasting your time. They come to you. It's great.
And like during COVID and everything, she's been fully masking us up. We have to wear, like, obviously the aprons and everything, and she wears gloves and like sprays everything down. She has to spend 15 minutes after every single haircut that she does back in a car, 15 minutes clean all of the different, like, hair cutting appliances. I don't know what you'd call them, but
it is tools, isn't it? It's tools,
so.
Right? What else would you call it?
What would you call it? A scissor. You wouldn't call a scissor a tool, though. Let me just get out this tool to cut this piece of paper.
Or equipment.
That's it. Yeah.
See, I studied English.
All right then.
Yep. No, but I know people.
Me, then.
I know, right? No, but Tim got straight A's. Well, when I say straight A's, I mean like straight 9s now. You know, he got 9, 8, 9, 9. He got like 8s and 9s in all his GCSEs. I told you he's just good in everything. Anyway, let's get back to topic. I know someone who's
I feel bad now because you've been calling all night.
And you just called me a fatty. Person with things wrong with me.
With bad hair.
Yeah, everything. It really shows the personality clash, doesn't it?
Exactly, yeah. I hate you.
But I know someone who does this. Like, I've got a friend who like travels and cuts people's hair and stuff, and she's really successful with it. Like, almost all the friends I have, not all of them, but a lot of them, go to her when they want the hair dyeing or something.
Wow, nice.
You know, they all go to her, and she always posts it on her Instagram, you know, to get more sort of followings and stuff. And it's not cheap either. She's charging a bit.
I mean, women's haircuts are just so expensive. It's crazy.
It's like at least 60 quid, at least, as well. That's just for a cut and a wash.
It's ridiculous. I mean, they don't obviously have to have it as often.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're getting something proper done, then it's like ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Stupid amounts.
But I used to know, like, kids in school who they'd get the haircut like every 2 weeks or something, because they wanted like the perfect sort of hairline, trim and everything. Every 2 weeks they get the haircut. It's ridiculous.
So vain, man.
It's very
I like
vain.
once every month and a half, 2 months, me.
Yeah, same. So what? 3 months?
No, 1.5 months to 2 months.
Oh, to 2 months. Yeah, I'm probably
maybe
the same.
A bit longer.
I think around 2 months for me, especially during lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown. I'm longer than that.
Doesn't really need to be very special for anything.
My hair got that long in lockdown one time, right? I could literally scrape it back, right, and have a man bun. Do you remember that, Tim?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I do.
And all my mates, when we were on Zoom, were like shocked to like flipping heck, because the way I had it was kind of flat on my head, so it didn't look that long.
And you're like the least likely person to have a man bun as well. A man
bun. I hate man buns.
Exactly. You look like a super hippie, and you're like the opposite of a hippie.
Oh, to be honest with you, I wish I still had it because I really liked having long hair like that. I see why people grow it long, because it feels Prince so
Charming.
Good.
You know, like Shrek, Shrek Prince Charming.
Yeah.
Long locks. It was
see, Tim's trying to compliment me now because he's insulted me so many times.
Prince Charming is kind of the villain, though, isn't he? He's a bit of an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, Prince Charming is not bad looking, though. He's just a div.
He is. Yeah,
he's just an idiot.
But yeah,
by the way, what words can you say on this without it being classed as explicit content? Because we can't say swear words, obviously, but does div count as? Div's not a swear word, is it?
I've literally not heard anyone say div apart from you. I don't even know what it means.
It's like, like saying, instead of saying the S word, you say sugar.
Yeah.
It's like that, but for something else.
I'm so confused. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why did that take you so long to get around to understand it?
It's funny because I saw the penny drop, which I saw the exact moment. It's funny that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we can't say beep, and we can't say beep, and we can't say beep.
Man, stop it. What's got into you? Flipping it.
I'm so crazy tonight. Oh, my goodness.
Full of insults. You're full of swear words. Man, there's something wrong with you today.
I know.
Oh, there's something right with you today. Flipping heck.
Yeah, maybe this is how I'm always like.
Maybe this is your true self.
This is my final form.
Yeah,
just an absolute div.
Am I really the only person who says that?
Yeah, I've not heard anyone else say div. I've heard you say it like once or twice before, but I just like let it slide because I'm like, I'm not going to ask. I can't be bothered asking. But
I think it's the generation before us thing. Like our mums and dads' age, like 40s, 50s sort of thing, because they say it. Like my dad says it a lot, and then my mum used to say it. She doesn't really say it anymore.
Does it kind of come from like the Cockney rhyming slang, do you reckon? Have you heard of that?
I don't think so. It's more of like an Accrington Stanley sort of thing. Like an Aki Brick, like saying, you're eat. Oh, he's such a div him. Like that. He's such a div.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
But it is so weird with like the weird slang that people come up with, like the rhyming slang and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, have you heard of that? Like with when you say like going up the apples and pears.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
And like the butcher's, what was it? Butcher's hook. I'm having a butcher's having a look. Butcher's hook. It's like just because
I've never got that, to be honest.
Well, people but like it makes no sense to us up north. Up north, it makes no sense to us. But like to Southerners and everything, in like Cockneys, it's like just that's exactly what it is. They don't even question.
No, but why would you say that though? I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't get it because I'm just like go up the stairs, not go up the apple and pears. Is it just a way to?
Well, they say the apples. I think they just shorten it to the apples, but still, doesn't make sense to me. It's like they're trying to do a weird code words and.
Yeah, it's like what's that language called? Where it's like swine language or something, pig language. What do you call it?
Swine language.
No, not swine language. What do you call it? Like you end every. No, it's a fake language. It's a fake language. Wait, let me Google this. Where you can speak it. Anyone can learn to speak it, but you just put different things at the end of each word.
Right. Okay.
Let me see if I can Google it. Just talk for a bit while I Google this.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, talk about things. This is a podcast. People have to listen.
It's true that I know. It's quite difficult to talk when you're by yourself. You never really know what to talk about.
Do you want to give you some sort of incentive? No, let me give you some incentive.
I need to have exactly. I need something to whet my appetite so I can start like babbling on about it.
Okay, talk about science. There you go. Get a random thing. Right, Tim's subject, like his crown of knowledge, is science. If I was to be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and ring someone, and it's a scientific question, I'd ring Tim.
Thank you. I'd really not be much help because I literally only have very specific things that I can know of. Yeah, I won't talk about science. I don't really know. It's quite broad. But I was thinking, you kind of reminded me though, Sam, of what was it that I was learning on Duolingo?
Was you learning?
There was a language on Duolingo that's basically, what's it called? It was a language that was created by the European Union that like everyone was meant to learn, and it was sort of a mixture of all the different languages. And you can learn it on
Really?
Duolingo, and it's a fake language as well. So I think that's where you're coming from.
No, 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 no. I've found it. It's called Pig Latin.
Pig Latin on Earth.
Yeah. So it's a fake language that a lot of people know actually, where they could literally me and you right now could be speaking in front of loads of people,
Right.
and we totally understand what each other's saying without them understanding what we're saying.
Seriously?
Yeah, yeah. There's a way to do it, but it's hard to learn. It's not hard to learn. It's hard to put a sentence together without thinking about it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So, actually, you know what? You research it in your own time, right? You know, like after this podcast.
But what do you actually? What does it actually do? Like, what does it sound like, sort of thing?
So all it is let's say you'd say, I think it's like you replace sort of some vowels with ooh, ha, or something. And so you can still understand words, but it's just got like a weird phrase in the middle or at the end of it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I never bothered to learn it because I had no one else to learn it with, because it's like, what's the point in learning it if you're not going to use it with anyone?
Oh, here we go. So the thing I was talking about is called Esperanto. And basically my cousin told me about it because she was learning it on Duolingo, and it was quite interesting, really. She might be wrong with the way that she explained it to me, and then I've explained it, but yeah, it was created as an easy and flexible language. I'm just reading straight off Wikipedia here. An easy and flexible language that would serve as a universal second language to foster world peace and international understanding, and to build a community of speakers. Because the guy who created it believed that one could not have a language without such a community. So basically, it's the easiest language to learn because it's a mixture of all sorts of languages, and it's really easy to, and it's like easy, simple grammar and everything like that. And it just includes the basic parts of each language. Like
so he wants to make everyone speak one language again. Was that his goal?
I guess so.
Because that makes sense.
Or just at least a second language so we can all just talk to each other in Esperanto, but it's not really kicked off, basically.
No, it'd be cool if it did, because in every country that you go to, you could just literally speak to anyone.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, let's say I'm in Japan, I don't have a clue how to speak Japanese. I mean, a lot of people in the world know how to speak English anyway.
Mm-hmm. Like, imagine that, language, isn't it? If we were doing our podcast in Esperanto, because our downloads came 4 from Europe, which are probably in the UK.
1 from America.
1 from
my fellow American.
Hello, Americans. How you doing?
Hey, don't forget to put this podcast in your trash can.
Oh my days! Oh my days! Literally.
Oh man, I feel like a total trash bag for saying that about Americans.
Wow, we're not going to have any more American followers.
No, we might get American views, but no downloads.
No, yeah,
no downloads.
Literally up until that point, and then they all just like click.
Yeah,
stupid English people. They think,
and we've got a bad name from them.
Yeah, but like if we spoke Esperanto, then and everyone else spoke Esperanto, our podcast would be amazing. Why don't we all just learn Esperanto just for our podcast?
I don't know.
Everywhere.
But everyone else has to learn it, don't they? That's exactly. That's the problem with it.
Everyone to learn it so they can listen to our podcast.
That's the thing, isn't it? The government should just do that. They should
put it as the curriculum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they put it in schools and stuff. That's what they should do.
If it's dead easy to learn, get young kids learning it, and they'll be proper easy, like for them. It is pretty mental how young children, their minds are so much better at learning new languages and things.
It is, but what's really weird about it is, although it's like easier for them, it's also harder for them in the sense that, like, for example, when I had guitar lessons, my guitar teacher said he'd never teach kids because he doesn't have the patience.
Right.
So it's weird because although they learn quicker or better, if you know what I mean, they're a lot harder to teach.
It's true. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It's like almost a paradoxical situation.
Yes.
You need to basically throw kids into, like, if you put them in a class and they're trying to learn a new language and they come up against like friction in the class because they don't know how to pronounce something, or they're struggling to learn a specific phrasing, then they won't have the patience to carry on or the persistence. But if you just throw them into a language, like if you put them in a new sort of surrounding of a language, they'll learn a lot quicker
You're
than
like a new country where everyone's speaking it and
exactly.
stuff.
If they have to do it, then they will do it. If they don't necessarily have to, they won't really want to carry on.
So, like, let's say if I went to a country and lived there, like at my age, and no one spoke English, not even on the phone, not even on the internet, I'd eventually be able to not understand that language, just like a kid learns how to speak. But the kid will develop it in like a year. I mean, they do it from babies, don't they?
So much faster, yeah. Yeah. But it constantly blows my mind how privileged we are when we speak English.
Yeah.
It's just,
man.
it's not even
At the
the most
same time,
wide.
though, are we really? Because someone who's not English or born in England, they have two languages almost automatically.
I mean, yeah, but that's the thing though. If they don't know English and they're like our age, like someone's grown up, and they've not bothered learning English, then they can't do so many things. Like, I mean, they can enjoy music because you can enjoy like other music that we don't know what it actually means. But watching movies and stuff, imagine always having to watch it with subtitles on.
That would be hard, yeah.
And that's one of the things in it, that we feel so entitled to just watch a movie and listen to what it says. And so when we watch a movie that's not in English, and it's like, oh my goodness, I have to watch it with subtitles.
We're spoiled brats, aren't we? We actually are spoiled brats.
It's ridiculous.
I'm almost put off when I hear about a film that you got to read the subtitles. Like, for example, can I say a movie title?
Yeah, go for it.
It's fair use, isn't it?
Yeah.
Parasite. Like,
I really want to watch
apparently that's an amazing film.
Yep.
But it's foreign, and you got to read subtitles all the way through.
All in Korean, yeah.
Now, I really want to watch it, but that just puts me off a little bit.
But that's the thing, like, I bet there's so many good films. Like, French movies are apparently absolutely incredible. Like,
really?
the storylines and everything. It's a whole untapped, amazing variety of films. And I think if we get used to watching films with subtitles, it'll just open up a world of so many different movies, I guess.
Yeah.
I think we'd end up enjoying it by the end of it, once you get used to it. Because after a while, you're not like, it just becomes sort of natural just to read it. You don't really think about it, do you? Like, I don't know. But that would be quite interesting to do. And I guess you pay more attention.
Yeah. Well, we say it'd be good, but we'd never start it, would we? I think, okay, the way you start it is you kickstart it when you know it's a good film. You know, imagine if you watched a foreign subtitle film and you and you thought it was rubbish at the end, you'd think that was a waste of time and you'd never do it again.
Yeah, it's true.
But if we watched a film like Parasite and get us into it, we'd probably be more inclined to start it.
Definitely, yeah.
Good start.
The thing about watching films that have subtitles on as well, you have to set out a specific time to actually watch it. Like with other films, you might just think, oh, I'll watch a movie tonight. So you scroll through Netflix and you just think, I'll just watch this easygoing film or whatever it is. But you really need to be in the right frame of mind to watch a subtitle film, which I think is the other difficult thing to get your head around. And you can't be doing anything else other than watching it. Like, you'd have to pause it every time you do anything else. Like, you can listen to a movie and do other things at the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'd have to.
It's a lot of focus. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be better to actually go to a cinema and watch it. But I don't know if there was any cinemas locally that were showing Parasite, which is a shame.
It's true, though, isn't it? Apparently it got something like 99% Rotten Tomatoes, like extreme high amount, and then like IMDb rated it well high as well.
Won Best Picture at the Oscars too, and
did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's great.
Dude, we should watch that. I think when next time we meet up or something, maybe not next time we meet up, but one time when we meet up, we should definitely watch it. It'd be good to watch together. I wouldn't want to watch it by myself. I don't see the point, to be honest.
It's true. I think I'm always more inclined to watch films that are a bit more difficult to watch when I'm watching them with someone else.
Yeah.
Like sad films, I prefer to watch them with someone else than by myself for some reason.
Yeah.
I never want to be in the mood by myself,
Honestly, I've probably watched like 3 sad films by myself, and I wish I didn't do it because you just feel crap afterwards.
Yeah.
And then you kind of don't have anyone to share your feelings with, and you kind of just go to sleep like depressed.
Yeah.
Like a romance, hardly any of them ever end happy. And if they do, you kind of think, I want that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it still makes you feel sad.
It still makes you feel sad. So it's always ended in a loss for me. Even when completing a computer game, like, and it's a happy ending, I'm like, I wish my life was as happy as that.
When we just finished Minecraft.
Yeah. I'm there like looking at the credits, and I'm just got a tear going down my face. I've finally done it. Finally defeated the Ender Dragon.
I've never actually finished Minecraft like all the way.
Have you not? No. I have. I've done it like twice.
Yeah. I just never could be bothered to actually play it. Like, I don't like playing games like that. Like, I prefer to just go and creative and just enjoy myself.
Yeah, that's true, innit? See, that's the thing with Tim. I've tried to play whenever we've had like a sleepover or something. I've tried to play computer games with him, but it's not his thing. He's not. You're not intrigued, are you?
I'm not good at computer games at all.
You just get bored though.
We played Smash. We played Smash Bros with one of our friends.
Oh yeah.
We went on holiday together, and literally the entire week, you and our mate were just absolutely. you had never played it before, right? You'd never played it before.
And I started beating him as well.
Yeah,
and he played it so much.
Really well. Yeah. And he was like full on nerding out on all the characters, all the abilities and stuff. But man, you did so well. And then I was just like, they gave me the controllers every now and again. And I literally, like, you guys knew what moves to do. I didn't know how do you actually choose? Oh yeah, I need to do an uppercut now, because how do you, like, I don't understand how you do
we'd explain it to Tim, like all the controls, and then he'd just spam everything. Like, you just click everything.
Spammer. And I mean, so many gamers would be like infuriated at that, just the fact that I'm a spammer. But I just don't care now. At this point, I just know I'm not good at gaming, so it's.
I feel like some people are just good at games and some aren't, to be honest. And you're just one of the ones who aren't.
I mean, I've not really been much of a gamer like my entire life, so I've not really had I didn't have an Xbox until I was like 15, I think, and I bought it myself. So
wow.
I had a Wii before that. That's my that's the extent of my gaming ability. Wii Sports. Yeah.
Oh man, Wii Sports was great. I was addicted to the Wii. Not just Wii Sports, but like, Super Mario on it.
Yeah.
Other games. Oh, Wii was like awesome.
We had best the balance board thing as well on Wii.
Oh yeah, I had that, and it said I was overweight and I was skinny.
Seriously?
Like, seriously, I was skinny and it said I was overweight. Wait, I hope like the Wii Nintendo don't come back at us like, this is like a 10-year-old console and this copyright us, unfair use, they called our Wii balance board inaccurate. Yeah. And I get sued for it.
It's defamation of character.
I think what just happened is I probably had a growth spurt before like the average person my age, and so I was taller, which made me heavier. And yeah. But I think the best console of all time, right? People might get angry listening to this, but a lot of people might agree. Nintendo 64. Oh, I'm sorry, but that is just that is the fire. That was amazing.
I actually forgot. I had a Nintendo DS. Wait, DSi.
That was pretty good.
Nintendo
I had a DSi. Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah. There you go.
Because the amazing thing about it was that it had a camera on it. Do you remember?
Yeah. I took so many pictures.
Oh, same.
It was literally the phone for all the kids that the parents wouldn't let them have a phone. That was the kid's phone.
Yeah, it was like 2 megapixel camera or something.
Yeah.
Crap like that.
I remember once we were going on holiday with our family, so it was me, my sister, and my 2 cousins, and we were going over, and we were all on our DSs, and you know how you could have that chat room. I mean,
Picto chat, yeah, that was
exactly,
awesome.
yeah, and you could have it on airplane mode, so it was making its own sort of network basically, and it wasn't like wasn't using Wi-Fi or anything like that, and so we're all in this chat room, like we're drawing pictures and typing stuff and everything, even though we were literally all sat right next to each other. That's the brilliance of Nintendo DS.
Yeah.
And then this other random kid from somewhere in the plane also had a DS.
Seriously.
joined onto the chat room and just started like asking us questions, and we're all like so freaked out. It was like, oh man, like we've always been scared of texting people since, because
that's creepy, man.
It was pretty creepy, but literally there was only like 3 chat rooms that you could go into. Like there was only like 3.
Oh yeah, there's like A, B, and C, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just kept like changing between them,
and then he followed. That's creepy, man. I mean, so I'm not being funny. If you were in the kid's position, you'd probably do the same.
I definitely would.
I'd well follow. It'd be so fun.
Yeah, because they're not going to find out who you are.
Yeah.
So why not?
Well, unless they see you with the Nintendo DS when you going off the plane.
But, true. Yeah.
But I had a similar experience. I was in Guernsey once with my family. My stepdad was doing some work on this hotel, and the guys that stay in the hotel for free because he was doing work for it, right? And we were playing Minecraft on our iPads one time, and then someone randomly joined our world in the hotel. And it was so weird because what I used to do is I've got a little brother and sister. What I used to do is I used to join a world with a different name and pretend it wasn't me. And then when it actually happened, when someone actually joined the world who wasn't me, I was like creeped out. I was like, flipping heck, someone's actually on. Who's playing it?
How did they actually do that though? How do you connect to
Well, it used to be on the iPads that it was just locally. So if someone was hosting the world, anyone nearby could join it. So if you were in a hotel, someone could literally just
see what was available. Right, okay.
Yeah. And I can't remember what his name was. It was something like Ryan, but he joined the world, and we just kept killing him because we were like, get off our world. You're creeping us out.
Oh, days.
Yeah. I'm wondering what the title of this podcast is going to be, you know. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't know. We've not really said that much interesting, to be fair.
We haven't said anything out of the ordinary either. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll come across something.
Well, how long has it been, man? When did we start?
I think we started at like 10:02.
Right, so we've got another like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, it'll be fine.
But yeah. So basically, all in all, I'm not much of a gamer. You have to. I'm quite good at like in-person games, though. I'm all right at them.
Yeah, like board games and like actual word games or something. You're good at them. Just not computer games.
Just not computer games. Or racket sports, I found.
Oh yeah, you're not good at them.
I'm not good at racket sports. I have good hand-eye coordination, but just not when there's an extension on my arm.
Yeah.
You know?
I am not used to this extension on my arm.
I know, yeah, it's like, I don't know how to calculate the distance of it. Like we played badminton once, and I was terrible.
Oh, I kept thrashing you every game, like just every game.
Yeah, and then I went to Cornwall once, and I was playing squash, and I was actually pretty good when I went down to Cornwall. And then when we came back up, I had a friend who also played squash, and he didn't know that I'd played it, and I knew that he had. So I asked, "Oh, can we go play squash? Because it'd be really fun. Like I know the rules and stuff." And he was like, "Oh yeah, sure. I want someone to go play squash with us. It's been a while." And he was really worried about me like showing him up because he's like an older guy, and he was worried about me like showing him up because I'd be young and fit or whatever.
Yeah,
honestly, it was the most embarrassing experience. I was the worst, absolutely whooped. But the annoying thing was that right at the end of it, he realized pretty soon that I was pretty naff. But we at the end of the game, and he'd already like properly whooped me. Like there was no way I was coming back. basically he started like giving me tips and pointers and stuff.
That's embarrassing.
He was dead nice. It was, yeah. I mean,
so you got squashed by a squashed.
Yeah, pretty much. I literally don't know how I was good at it in Cornwall, but then when I came back up, it was terrible. I don't know. Anyway, maybe I was getting a bit cocky with myself. But he said, you just have don't like you noticed that I kept on looking at the racket when I was hitting it, when I was hitting the ball, because I was like making sure that it was actually getting on the racket, like it has to hit the racket. And he said, don't worry about that. Just look at where you want the ball to go.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this.
You didn't know that. You didn't know that.
I don't know. And so every single time I was serving, it took me like 5 times to serve it because I'm just ridiculously bad. And basically, and then he told me, just look at where you want it to go. And he said the perfect place to get it is right at the top, sort of in the center, like
So
try and get it just below the line,
Yeah.
the top line. Don't know if listeners know anything about squash, but there's basically two lines in the back wall that you have to get the ball in between. And so he said, best place to get it is sort of just past the center, just underneath the line, right at the top, and then it will bounce off the wall. And that's the best way that you probably get a serve to then they can't actually get it because it'll be kind of close to the wall, sort of thing.
Yeah.
That he basically just told me where the best place to do it was. And so the first time I actually looked at the place that I wanted it to go, it absolutely went perfectly. And it was like the last.
Really?
Yeah. And it was.
Oh, wow.
And we literally ran out of time. So that was the last thing I did. And then I knew how to play it then, but then we couldn't play because we ran out of time. And I was like, oh my days.
Man.
It's ridiculous.
That always happens though, I found. Like when I first did roller skating, like you got ice skating, like ice rinks.
Mm-hmm.
It was this roller skating with like, you were there, weren't you? That time we did rollerblading.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Was that the first time you've been?
It's the first time I'd done anything like that.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get it. I didn't know how to move. I didn't know how to do anything. And then someone said something to me. They just said, push with the outside of your foot. I was like, this was like 5 minutes before the hour had done, by the way.
So annoying.
And I could do it. I was like, was that all it was? I pushed with the outside of my foot. And I could do it. I could go around corners. So it's so annoying. It's like literally does it every time. And what word is that? Where it's like it makes it go rubbish right at the end.
I don't know, but it's just ironic, really, isn't it? That people like they tell you a specific phrase and it just makes sense, and then you like get it. But why does it always have to be at the worst point that it possibly can happen?
I know.
Like where you just start to enjoy yourself.
At least we get it though. At least we get it. At least we got the phrase.
Yeah, at least next time will be better.
Exactly.
So I guess you've gone over the learning process of it, and then you know how to do it. So you've kind of been humbled by your first experience, and then you'll enjoy it the second time.
Hopefully.
But I remember.
Hopefully, we enjoy it the second time.
Yeah, I remember the first time that I went ice skating, sort of by myself. Like without like having to use one of those like penguin slider thingies, or your parents like holding your hand or anything like that. So I was pretty young. But the first time having to do it by myself, I was so determined on ice skating. I was like, I really want to be a really good ice skater. And so for the entire it was like 2 hours, I would literally like skate for like 5 meters, fall over, skate 5 meters, fall over.
Oh, man.
And I was like the people that we were with, because we were with like a big group, there was one of them that were just saying, this kid is the kid that Payne forgot. And I was like, yeah. But like, I just kept on falling over so much. And I was like, I'm fairly sure I was so covered in bruises. And I was like, no, I just really, 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 really want to do it. And no one gave me any tips, so it didn't really help. But by the end of that, I was able to like know how to skate. And
so did you understand it then? Like you understand you push with the outside of your foot and that's it?
But I kind of had to learn it through pain. And so it wasn't the best experience, but I'm glad I can actually like skate now. So I'm actually all right at skating.
That's good.
But it's just
man.
You just do have to go through hell sometimes to learn something.
It's true, isn't it?
It's the same with guitar playing.
I was just gonna say that was exactly what I was gonna say. Your fingertips go purple when you pressing down on those strings, but eventually you get calluses, so it doesn't hurt anymore. Because I hadn't played guitar for ages the other day. When I actually played it, last night, actually.
Mm-hmm.
My fingertips started hurting again. Nowhere near as bad as when you first start.
No, but stinging a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you get like proper deep lines as well after a while?
Deep lines, yeah.
But it's not like not going red or anything like that. It's just the lines, isn't it? Yeah.
It was just the lines. It was hurting a little bit, but after another week of playing, it would be like can't feel anything. Honestly, I was that into it one time. I'm not kidding. The tips of my fingers, right, were like, I don't know how to describe it. It'd have its own section of like scabby skin because it was that like tough. So I could press down on it as hard as I could and it wouldn't hurt. I wouldn't even be able to feel it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had a friend in school who was so into guitar that he'd be playing it loads, and he was like, he was really good, but and he was all into like proper heavy metal stuff sometimes, not all the time. Like other times he liked finger style, but heavy metal stuff like AC/DC and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes he said that he'd play. I never saw it, but he'd play until his fingers bled. Sometimes, literally. It's like that's hardcore, man. That is
hardcore, man. That's hardcore.
That. Yeah, that's pretty intense.
That's insane. They say to be like a professional guitar player, like orchestra playing style, you need to be playing at a minimum to what do you call it? To stay the same in skill level. Stay the same. A minimum to maintain 4 hours a day to maintain.
That's full. That's like, oh man.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? So to improve, you need at least 5 hours just to improve a little bit.
And that's only a little bit.
That's a little bit.
So it would actually be like full-time job.
Full-time job. And this includes weekends. This includes everything. You don't get a break.
It's crazy, yeah.
So if you miss a day, you'll notice that you're a bit slow in your fingers because you're always keeping your fingers warmed up. I found when I play for about an hour and then play the piece that I know for ages.
Yeah.
I play it so much better just because I've warmed up my fingers.
I'll tell you, it was funny. The other week, my sister wanted me to teach her how to play a little bit of guitar, just some chords and stuff. And she knew that I had calluses. Like sometimes I would just get to feel them because it's funny.
I did the same with my sister as well.
It's one of those things, isn't it?
It is.
And it's like, it's pretty gross. And so I sat down with the guitar and I was playing it a bit. And then I gave the guitar over to her and told her like where to position her hands on the fingers on the fret to do just a basic chord. I think it was like C or something. She's like, that really hurts my left hand. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's where you get your calluses from. And she was like, what? I thought you get calluses on your right hand. And I was like, no.
What?
She thought by my strumming that you'd get calluses on that. And it was like, oh, right. No, you get them from the strings. And I could see where she's coming from, like rubbing it. But because when you're doing fingerstyle or you're just strumming or something. But my right hand is absolutely fine. I've never had any issues.
No, I've had nothing with my right hand.
It's funny that though. I just thought, it's just really weird that. Yeah,
it is. And dude, we have to wrap this up. This has nearly been an hour. We've gone overtime.
I realized as well last week we didn't actually finish it with anything at all. It was just like bye, cut, and then that's it.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. So we've talked about multiple subjects this podcast. What have we talked about, Tim?
I've literally no idea.
I can't remember. Right, we've talked about how successful this podcast has been. We've talked about how his friend got bleeding fingers from playing ADC, whatever it is.
I've just been roasting you the entire time, and you've been complimenting me the entire time.
2 alter egos right there.
There we go. That's it.
Yep. And there you go.
Sam, I do have to say that you are an amazing person, and I don't want to offend you. I love you, Sam. You're a pretty cool guy.
So, right. We are cutting it before that, aren't we?
No. We're keeping that in so everyone knows that I'm a nice person.
Everyone knows you're a mean person now. Everyone knows.
It's true. I'm an absolute diva.
You're basically a div. Okay. Nice to see you all again, even though I can't see you. We hope you download this episode as many times as you did the last.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed it. I hope you find it quite chill. That's what we're trying to get through, that it's a feel-good, chill podcast, basically. Yeah,
it's just listening to 2 people having a conversation. That's all it is. We've got it under comedy, but it's not really a comedy. It's just,
we make each other laugh, but that's it.
with anyone, when you have a conversation with someone, you always have a bit of laughter in it, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, it's just what we're doing. We're just literally having a conversation. That's it.
It's great.
Yeah. And we're starting to warm up to it now. I noticed at the beginning of this, we were kind of thinking about what to say, like we weren't too sure. And now, towards the end of the podcast, towards the end of the podcast, we're way more comfortable. So it's just a fact of getting used to it. That's all.
That's it. But yeah.
So it's nice to see you all.
Glad they're listening all the way to this point. If you are listening, that's amazing. You are literally the most amazing people in the world to us.
So now listening to that whole hour of excruciating pain has made it worth it now, because you are an amazing human being. Just for that compliment alone, it's worth it.
Exactly. So we hope that you, an amazing human being who is absolutely incredible in every single way, shape, and form, we hope you have a good day or night or whatever it might be. And we'll see you in a bit.
Goodbye.